Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Really appreciate it. So tell me a little bit about who you are. What do you guys do for work? And tell me something that you both like to do that brings you joy.
Okay, you want to go first?
No, you can.
Sammi, I'm an executive assistant with the government. And then something that brings me joy would definitely be dogs and hanging out with our dogs at home.
You beautiful doggos. Yes, you do.
I'm Liam. I'm a electrical minor works manager for Grosvenor. Something that brings me joy is just being with my family and my dogs and just enjoying our personal time away from work and chaos.
Amen. Amen. I love that. All right. Thank you so much. So tell me a little bit about before you met me, what do you think was the thing that was holding you back the most from buying your first investment property? Because you guys are in your own home, right? Got your own home. You're like, right, got some equity. What do you think it was that was holding you back?
Lack of knowledge of the system, lack of knowledge with the terminology, and just the conception of it's out of our reach.
Let's talk a bit more about that out of reach. What do you think was out of reach? Just getting an investment property altogether?
Altogether, yeah.
What did you think you needed before we met?
Oh, I thought we needed a lot more with deposit, like a deposit that we've saved ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. So you thought you needed cash?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. And that we did not do. We used some equity, right?
Yeah. Equity was the big game changer, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it made a difference.
Yeah, it's interesting. So many people think that they, sorry about that. Sorry, what were you saying, Liam?
Saying that made the big difference between us actually being able to comfortably do it without panicking and not even giving it a second thought.
Yeah. Don't even need cash. That's it. Yeah, that is a big assumption, is a lot of people think, oh, I need cash savings. Like, no, you can actually use equity in your home. Once it goes up in value, you can pull that out and the bank literally gives it to you as hardcore cash to use it as a deposit to pay for everything else. So including professional services. So it's a no-brainer. So well done to you guys. Okay. So tell me then, what are like one or two things that you learned from me that you'll take away for the rest of your investment journey?
Don't be afraid to ask questions. And I think acting straight away, and going to the experts. I think definitely outsourcing what we don't need to do ourselves. Outsourcing was a big game changer for us as well.
Okay, well, cool. Tell me about that outsourcing. Like what, when you say a game changer, how so? How did it impact your journey outsourcing?
It made it so much easier. We had the support. We could ask questions. They did the hard work. All we had to do was make the decision at the end to say, yep, move forward, or no, hold off.
Love that. Awesome. Okay, cool. And since working with me, how do you now feel about your portfolio and the future of it growing?
Really excited. It's nice to make plans and to go, do you think down the track we could do X, Y, Z? So I think it has given us a lot of life back and a lot of confidence, I think, as well.
It's taken a lot of the stress out of it, I think.
Yeah.
Made it a lot easier to make the decisions rather than a lot easier to act on the decisions. Sorry, not just talk about it and think about it. It's given us a lot more confidence to just crack on, really.
Do you feel like now that you have the tools that you need to moving forward to build your portfolio and like a bit of the knowledge and questions you need?
Definitely. And the confidence as well. Because working with you, you really helped us understand the terminology and things like that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you guys are definitely, you're powering through it, and you can see that confidence. I think that's something that stops a lot of people. It's like, oh, there's all these different words that the accountant's using or the broker's using or the buyer's agent's using. What are even these terms? Too hard. I just don't want to go ahead with it. So you've got that knowledge now. You're empowered with that. That's so good.
And it's there, like everything's there. If we need to go back on anything, we can go back and see what we did here.
Stored.
What we did there. Yes.
Right. You've got access to everything because it's digital, right? These days, it's not just a phone call anymore. It's like everything's filmed and recorded for you. So it's like, oh, I can go back to that.
Yes. And it, at every step, which is amazing.
So good. Yes. All right, cool. That's why I love technology these days. It's so powerful. All right, cool. One last question for anyone else watching this. So what's one piece of advice that you would give somebody else starting off in the same shoes as yourself? How would you get them to think about their portfolio?
Ask the question and reach out straight away.
Why reach out straight away?
Because we didn't realize how much we were sitting on.
Yeah.
And so if we reached out earlier, we would have done this earlier and things would have been not easier, but just different. So I definitely think I sat on the sideline for a little bit watching videos and things like that, rather than reaching out, because I just assumed it was out of our reach.
Interesting. What was it that actually triggered you to think, I'm going to reach out to Olivia? So you went from watching heaps of videos and learning to saying, oh, now I'm going to reach out to Olivia. What happened? Do you know what happened there?
When I heard more about your story, where you started from the scratch and kept building.
Interesting. And so you're like, I want that for myself.
Yes.
Like we felt more comfortable that you weren't throwing money at money. You hadn't come from it. You kind of started from scratch. So when we see that you built it from nothing, then it's probably the better person to talk to and get advice from, is someone who's done it from scratch, basically.
Been there and done that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for telling your story, because now you guys will be able to start telling that story as well, now that you are on that way.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. We're really excited.
I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.